What is a lawyer? If I were to ask you what is a lawyer, not of Blackstone, but of you might say, or I might say, if you're a lawyer, you stand between the abuse of governmental power and the individual. If you are a lawyer, you stand between the abuse of corporate power and the individual. If you are a lawyer, you stand between the judicial abuse of power and the individual. If you are a lawyer, you're helping to mold the rights of individuals for generations to come. And if you think of some of the people who have filled that mold, your thoughts would, I think, inevitably turn to certain people, and you would see those people as I see them. He undertook the defense of John Peter Zenger to protect his right to publish what he chose, free of censorship and interference. His name was Alexander Hamilton, and he was a lawyer. You would see him at the trial of Captain Preston, defending him at the political trial which arose out of the Boston Massacre. His name was John Adams, and he was a lawyer. You would see him at the miracle in Philadelphia, the Constitutional Convention of 1787, fighting for the Bill of Rights, which was to become the creed of American freedom. His name was James Madison. He was a lawyer. You would see him presiding over the Supreme Court as the architect of the real powers of the court. His name was John Marshall. He was a lawyer. And I know you'd see him at Gettysburg with tears in his eyes, gaunt and morose, rededicating our country to the proposition that all men are created equal. His name was Abraham Lincoln. He was a lawyer. We can see him fighting relentlessly against discrimination to establish the principle of equality of education by eliminating the separate but equal doctrine. His name was Charles Houston, and he was a lawyer. You would bear witness to how he sacrificed his own life to the dream that all men would be treated as equal under the law. His name was Robert Kennedy, and he was a lawyer. You would witness him sacrifice the career he loved to ensure the integrity of the law so that 8 wrongfully accused boys of rape would live free. You would hear him proclaim from the bench, "Let justice be done, though the heavens may fall. So far as the law is concerned, it knows neither native nor alien, Jew nor Gentile, black nor white." His name was Judge Horton, and he was a lawyer. I know we all see him, an elemental man fighting for one cause or another in Dayton, Tennessee, preaching the legitimacy of evolution. His name was Clarence Darrow, and he was a lawyer. You would see him battling in the courts to stop a terribly misguided industry from targeting children as potential customers for the #1 nation killer product. His name was Ronald Motley, and he is a lawyer. You would see him speaking to us from his wheelchair, lifting our spirits, making us stronger with his inspiration philosophy. The only thing we have to fear is fear itself. His name was Franklin Delano Roosevelt, and he was a lawyer. So what is a lawyer? The noble lawyer dedicates his or her life to the pursuit of truth, achieving justice, and to the preservation of liberty, so that this generation and future generations can follow their dreams unencumbered by fear of reprisal. And that's what it means to be a lawyer.